Hey guys, my name is Rudy, and with all my Arcade 1-Up mods, the one thing I didn't really realize is I never covered the inside. I covered my panel, how I built it, but I never show you the configuration. So I'd like to show you kind of my my mod here, and I'm hoping that you guys have some questions and that I can answer, so you guys can build something like this. The reason I had a trackball in here is one for Centipede, and so I could also have some form of mouse control. I got a spinner on here. These are the 3 buttons. We covered all that. This is my auto fire, rapid fire, and clear switches, my select and coin. I also have a coin slot down here, and all that stuff was covered in my previous videos, which you guys can find on my channel. Now, back here is the part I didn't cover, so I'm going to talk about that real quick here. It is kind of dark here, so it's kind of hard to see, but what I did is I built a shelf just like the other one. You can see the top shelf with the 2x4s. And what's really cool about this is you can actually slide out all the components. Okay, there's my USB. So I'm going to disconnect that. And the power cable. And what I like about this one versus my computer mod, this is my Nook setup, but you guys could probably set up a Raspberry Pi in a similar fashion. Almost nothing is connected to the top here. So I get all my power cables, power strips, everything else zip tied here to this. So this right here slides up and down, and I got everything secure, zip ties. You can modify it. It doesn't really have to look all that pretty. I realized that I'm short one of these little strips. This is a cheap buy off of Amazon, and since the Nook, which is up here, doesn't have a whole lot of room as far as USBs, I added one strip, and I bought another one that I'm going to put on top of it to kind of ease all my connections. In reality, the setup is actually pretty simple. Like I said, there's the power strip. You can see that from here. You got the Nook, which is like a small computer from Intel, and you got one USB hub, soon to be 2, and everything's connected up here. Now, the one thing you guys asked about before too is how to do your mods for the monitor cable and also for the amp. These setups are actually pretty simple, but I have learned that from the later generations, the cables are a little bit short. So what I had ended up doing is I ended up putting a board up here, and I ended up attaching the amp, the card, and the controller to the monitor on this board here. If you want more details on how that was done, you can check out one of my videos. I covered that pretty extensively. And like I said, with this setup, the only thing I'm going to add here is I got a spot over here. This is going to be where the USB hard drive will be. It'll be zip tied in the same fashion as this, and that'll kind of work. As far as the software and stuff like that for this, I would definitely recommend ETA Prime's videos. They are super when it comes to configuring all your stuff. So now really the only things left is after I did all my controls, which again is another set of videos that's up here. You can build something like this fairly simple over a couple of weeks. Depends how much spare time you have. Modding's fun. A lot of you guys are asking, if it's hard to do and how much effort it takes, and you can do it. I mean, it's a nice project. Sites like mine are helpful. The Facebook group for 1-Up Arcade are pretty helpful too with all your questions and issues. Just want to give you a quick look around one more time. And I think this is a good compact version as compared to my other one, which I'll show you right here. This was my masterpiece. I think my resume if I ever want to become an arcade technician. But there's plenty of videos about this one too. If you want to check it out, I'll send you the link. Meantime, I hope everything goes well. If you have any questions, let me know. And have a good one. Keep on playing.